All right, so now you're going across the bottom, which is going to define the bottom big negative shape. All right, that's your main shape, and you divided it into how many spaces?
3, basically.
3. Okay. I'd like for you to all right, so if you're comfortable with that, I would like for you to take your eraser and pull out the forms as you see them. All right. What is the basic shape of forms that you see out there?
Circles.
Circles in space are called?
Oh, spheres. I'm sorry.
So the movement of our hand is a circle. Right. So let's go in there and find them. On the apple, find the
Okay, so you want me to draw like their shape?
No,
Or you want me to leave lights and darks?
I want you to pull out the shape of the spheres. Pull them out. And so what you're doing is asking yourself, where is this object in my picture plane? You have a good idea where it is because you have carefully done the aspect ratio of your picture plane, and you got in there and you looked around. You're the explorer in the uncharted territory. Actually, the territory did not exist. You're making it. Right. So you're dealing with one big shape because everything's touching. Okay. So when you feel the pear and you feel the lemons and you feel the apple, okay, then you've done enough. Okay. Where's the tabletop?
Okay.
All right. What does that do for us? Those 2 simple lines.
It gave it a place so it's not floating.
Right. It's sitting down now, and it also has now defined that top space, negative space. I'd like for you to take a dark line, the charcoal, and go over your top silhouette with a dark line.
This up here.
The whole thing, from end to end.
Oops.
Give me a fluid line, not a hatched line.
Oh, okay.
Give me a line. Give me that line that moves. Yeah, just be free with your line. Don't be hesitant. That's a hesitant line. There you go. That's a beautiful line. Just the top. Okay, and then where does it hit the? Where's the tabletop?
Oh, it's behind there.
Okay, well, so your top plane stops there.
Yes.
Now it goes up the right side of the picture plane.
Wait, did what now? Start back here and go this way?
No.
No.
Your first
Here?
4 lines of this drawing was what?
My first one is this one here?
No. First 4 lines are the perimeter of your picture plane.
Oh,
So now we want to use those because we're making a giant puzzle, aren't we? All right, so show me the big puzzle piece that is the negative space at the top.
Oh, right here.
Yes. So show that to me with a deep line, outline it.
Oh, okay,
yes,
gotcha.
go. Yes. There you go. Okay. This is the shape that is the silhouette contour of the main shape.
Okay.
It's not unlike the silhouette of trees against a sky, is it?
Well,
Okay.
it could be.
It could be.
Bushes and it could be a tree.
Could be. Okay, so I want you to take, just on the side, maybe use a pencil on the side, a margin there. And I want you to draw that shape, just that shape. Just draw it in the margin. I want you to get accustomed to that shape. Know that shape. And then what? That's it. That's a line. That's not a shape. Okay. Okay, that's the shape. All right. You know what that shape is now, don't you? You got to know it. All right. Where's the negatives? Other negatives here.
The other negative space? What are you doing?
The other nice negative. Don't attach it. Give me a bold line.
I'm just trying to look back and forth. I'm sorry.
Okay, give me a bold line. We're not actually drawing it yet. We're just delineating this basic shape.
All right.
Let each one of these steps be what it is.
Okay.
Don't ask any more of it. Okay? Because we're trying to get in there and get free.
All right.
Okay, so mark that off too. That's the second shape. Second big negative. Okay, draw it now.
Connected to this or separate?
Two separate. Right now it doesn't have anything to do with that. It's just a shape. It's not in relation to anything, just what it is. Okay? We're starting to feel the puzzle, aren't we? All right, so this is our first interaction with this still life. And what we're doing is distilling it down to its basics. Right? When you drew the top small shape on the side, it didn't look like anything, did it? Just a shape. Then when you drew the bottom one and you put it next to it, all of a sudden you've got the middle shape. All right? The more you do this in your thumbnails, get inside and move around in different ways with different objects in mind, the easier it's going to be to paint it. Okay? So, let's move to take your line, your charcoal, and I want you to this time go into the second picture. Put your value, your mid value.
And again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, now without the lines, without the deep, dark lines around, I want you to go in and pull out the forms. And this time separate the apple from the, so that we see the separations.
Would that include the bowl?
Yes, because they're all connected, but we want to make sure we have each object represented. filling out the form, just the shapes that we see. And that's sort of the perimeter. And then while we're doing this, we tend to go a little ahead and pull out more charcoal on the light side, right? And leave more on the dark side. So we're starting to paint. We're starting to think of value this early. That's pretty. That looks good. Are you looking at the still life or your
Yeah, this
photo?
is off.
All
I'm
right.
looking at the actual still. Do you
All
want
right.
me to look at the photo?
Yes.
Okay.
Because there's a big difference happening between number 1 and number 2.
Oh, okay.
What is it?
Oh, size.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what you have there is nice. So you could.
Oops.
What was your aspect number?
It was square.
Okay, well that doesn't look like a square.
Yeah, that's probably.
There's a ruler right there next to you.
Okay.
Measure it.
I can actually do this. Is that better?
Measure it.
Okay. It's still a little bit too long there. Let's see. Half.
All right, so that's a square. But your objects are not sitting in it the same way, are they?
No.
Because of the positioning. How can you fix that without having to do a totally new one?
Let me see.
Crop it in. Crop it into a square. Just crop the square down.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yes.
Make it a little smaller all the way around.
Right, so that the
Oh,
objects
okay.
are where you have them in the first one.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. How do we want to do it?
How much space? Just simply the simple question is how much space is there between the
Yeah, that's what I'm looking
the
at.
objects and the side lines? Is it bothering you that your shadow is on there?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I noticed it, but
It's not necessary.
all right. Thank you.
Better?
Yes, thank you.
Be even more better if the light was over here. Okay, so the first 4 lines are now becoming what they are in the first in relation to the objects. Okay. You see how we edit every time? And you can say, why do I have to do it again? Because every time you go in there, we're asking a different question, and we're answering it. And these steps will be the same ones you use in painting. So that when you ask and answer the questions here, when you get to the same step with the same question, necessitating the same answer, you'll know what it is. Okay? So this is step number 2, where we pull out the forms, erasing them. If you had to say what a center of interest would be, what would it you think the center of interest would be here?
think it's going to be this green apple, possibly. I don't know.
Okay.
Could also be, you know, my eye was drawn to the shape and the shininess of that bowl, but
Or maybe the apple and then up around the bottom.
and then up
right
to
there.
that, and then to the pear.
Okay. All right. So you just want to ask
Yeah,
yourself
those
the
lemons
question.
are not going to be. They're just going to be like
All right. Good. Those
the
are good.
path through
Yes.
them.
Those are good thoughts. And then once you get the shapes of the light, you'll direct the eye even more. All right. So you just ask yourself these questions. I'd like for you to take your can you tear that out and let's start another page? And let's prepare the ground. Did you include any shadows in your drawing? In your
No.
pull out? Well, let's do that. Because we remember from the beginning that they are as important in defining the planes that they sit on.
Right. Do
As
I
the
need to go
objects.
back and do that to that
Yeah,
one?
just pull it out. Pull out. They're just-
On the one where I just finished?
Mhm.
Okay.
There's just a couple of little shadows. Yeah. Okay. All right, so on number 3, remember only to do what is necessary within the movie. We're not pushing any of these past what we're asking. Okay? That one is pulling out form on a toned canvas. Right? And with obviously nice notice of the light. All right. But that's not even necessary. You could have just had the spheres without the light. We are tempted always to move ahead, which is good. But in these, we want to be reasoned. You know? All right. So the next one, do the same thing. Well, why don't you just go ahead and do both of those while you're at it. Cover
All
both.
right.